extra time.
It's a must-win game. How confident are you that England can get back into the series?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've obviously disappointed with how things ended up after the last game. You know, we know we're a much better team than that, and yeah, we're bitterly disappointed. But what we've been very good at is, you know, putting previous games to bed quickly, whether that be, you know, if we've had a successful game or a poor game, and all our concentration now will be onto tomorrow.
How much are you enjoying playing ODI cricket again, Ben? And how much do you like batting at 3 after all the talk that, you know, batting at 6 in the T20s was too low for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that it was my first game since the World Cup final. Great to get back out there and, you know, play some one-day cricket. Yeah, I mean, look, there's going to be talk. Whoever was going to fill that place at number 3 with Ruti not being here, there was always going to be discussion about it. But yeah, I'll just let people keep talking, and I'll just go out and try and do what I've been asked to do.
Is 3, though, a role which you enjoy? And, you know, on the T20 side of things, would you agree that 6 is perhaps too low for you?
Look, I got asked about it number 3 in these one-dayers, you know, in the absence of Joe. So that's where my focus at, and, you know, T20s have been and gone. So, yeah, not going to worry about
that. Okay. Morgan and Billings were hurt in the last match. How are they looking?
Yeah, I mean, you know, very unfortunate injuries to have from a team point of view. You know, on the bright side, I guess that when Sam first fell over and started holding his shoulder, we all sort of held our breath, obviously with the shoulder issues that he's had in the past. But thankfully, things weren't as bad as what we initially thought. He's obviously continuing to get assessed, and you know, those split webbings that Morg's got can be quite annoying. I haven't actually spoken to him about that, how that is, since he's done it. So I'm not too sure where he's at, but I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, thankfully, Sam especially is a lot better than we initially thought.
Sure. I mean, there could be an ODI debut for Liam Livingstone in this game. He's not played for England since 2017. How big a fan of Liam's are you?
Sorry, I just lost you there at the end, mate.
Yeah, I was just wondering, Liam could be on for an ODI debut in this game if picked. He's not played since 2017 for England. I just wonder how big a fan of Liam's you are.
Yeah, look, I mean, Livy's been out here and, you know, been part of the squads and hasn't got a game yet. But, you know, he's been very impressive in training. And I think, you know, obviously watching him go about his game, how it's developed from when he first came into that Lancashire side, you know, he's progressed as a batsman. And he's a very, very, very dangerous player. And he's one of those guys who I think won't let the occasion get on top of him if he was to, you know, have the opportunity presented to him to play. He's a very fearless cricketer, and he's got the type of attitude that we want to be involved in our setup going forward. So if he does get the opportunity, you know, there's no doubt that that he'll embrace the opportunity and the situation.
Test series went south after a fantastic win in the first test in Chennai. He came out in the wrong side of a close T20 series. How damaging, or how damaging would it be if England lost the one-day series as well, especially if you lost your number 1 world ranking with it?
Oh, I think we look at it just from, you know, a series point of view that, you know, we'd be bitterly disappointed to lose the series, as we would if it was any other one. But, you know, we've earned, well, we've deserved to be number 1 because of our results and how we played our cricket, and we won't go away from that. Being number 1 is obviously a fantastic thing to have, you know, next to your name as a team, but it's not our driving force. You know, our driving force is the way that we go about it and our attitude towards playing the game. And that's what's made us be successful. And the more successful we are, obviously, the more chance and the more opportunity we've got to be at number 1. So our driving force is making sure we stay true to ourselves and our beliefs and how we play the game. And that's something that we will not change.
How difficult it is from a mindset point of view to go from number 6, where you're expected probably to score
quickly at the back end of an innings to number 3 in 50 over cricket?
Look, I think it's, I did actually message Ruti just asking on his sort of, mindset at number 3, and he was pretty clear to me, just play the way that you play. Just because he plays a certain way doesn't mean that I need to try and play like that. So, we kept it pretty simple, but it's just a slightly different role batting at number 3 than, my normal number 5 or 6 position in this team. It's just looking to, potentially be facing, 100 balls compared to, maybe 60 or 70 like I normally do. So, I haven't looked to change too much. Just might be faced with a, slightly different situation, especially when I'm starting off my innings.
As a man who likes that extra responsibility, how much are you looking forward to the IPL and maybe that extra bowling responsibility with Rajasthan now that Jofra's missing the first part of it at least?
I'm not too sure where we're at. It's sort of like a no scope with where that is. We're not too sure where how much Jofra's going to be able to play a part for us, if any. But I think one thing that needs to be very mindful of is that Jofra does need this to give this elbow a chance to recover. I think it's great that he's came out and said he's put in all his his England commitments before everything else. I'm happy that he's going back and he's having some well-deserved rest, and he's actually getting his elbow properly sorted, because it's tough having an injury and then sort of getting through a game but then sort of going backwards again. So I think long term for his career, this is a very, very sensible option for him to be taking.
A lot's been made about where you should bat in the T20s. Looking ahead to the IPL, do you think opening the batting for Rajasthan Royals, assuming that you do, will have any bearing of where you might bat for England in the T20 World Cup?
No, I don't think so. Look, you look at our T20 batting lineup, and everyone deserves to be where they deserve to play. We've been formidable in the white ball format over a number of years, and why would we change that? It's a talking point, and it always seems to pop up. But everyone deserves to be where they are in that batting lineup. Just because we lost the T20 series doesn't mean we need to start changing things around. When we win, nobody says too much, but when we lose, everyone starts to pipe up again, sort of like a gulag. But I'm happy with where everything is, where everything is in our white ball team, because that's our best formula to win.
You played a lot of cricket recently across the Tests, the T20s, the one-dayers. Which format have you enjoyed playing in the most over the winter?
Whatever format you play, walking out and representing England is obviously enjoyable. And it is a tough question to ask which one you enjoy more. Very tough question to answer, sorry. But I think, one way to answer it is that the enjoyment you do get out of winning a Test match is a different feeling to winning a white ball game. I think purely just because of the amount of effort and energy that you put into a Test match, especially if it does last the 5 days, you're just absolutely cooked, and you get a real understanding of the effort that's gone in from everyone. So I think if you judge it by that, winning a Test match for England is one of the better feelings in this sport.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.